There's mess everywhere. These kids are driving me crazy. Let's think about it. Be still. Calm. Quiet. Peace. I am a leaf on the wind. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. It's everywhere. Look around you. It's probably near you on a sign or a work of art somewhere in your home. Do a Google image search on the phrase and you'll find all sorts of tranquil and peaceful images. This verse has really suffered from context isolation. We don't even quote the entire verse. This has led to a pseudo-Christian movement, a blend of Eastern mysticism and Christianity. But you can't blend truth with lies. You only end up with poison. It's attractive to the eyes, but it'll lead to spiritual death. I found a site that says doing nothing is the most productive activity you will ever undertake. Boy, I hope my son doesn't discover this philosophy. The site goes on to say, doing nothing is being still, quieting your mind, and simply being. What does that even mean? All the ancient wisdom literature points to the importance of this practice. Psalm 46:10 is representative. Be still and know that I am God. I even found a Christian website that had this to say. Being still in the present moment without movement of thought is how we taste and see the Lord. No, and no. But some might even think that Jesus practiced stillness. He had lots of quiet time. Well, he had lots of prayer time alone on a mountain. Matthew 14:23, he went up on the mountain by himself to pray. Mark 6:46, he departed to the mountain to pray. Luke 6:12, he went out to the mountain to pray and continued all night in prayer to God. He went up on a mountain to get away from the people so he could pray to his Father. He wasn't quieting his mind, he was avoiding distraction. Let's see what this verse means in context. Psalm 46 says, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore, we will not fear, even though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling. Selah. Now, what does Selah mean? Well, nobody really knows. Not really. We have smart people saying it could mean pause and reflect, or it might be some sort of musical notation, or maybe it's the part where you sing oohs and ahs and insert the guitar and drum solo. Just making sure you're paying attention. Do you notice the focus is on God here? We lean on Him for strength, for refuge in the midst of trouble. This is epic trouble. The earth removed, mountains into the sea, earthquakes, tsunamis, waves roaring. Verse 4 goes, there is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacle of the Most High. God is in the midst of her, she shall not be moved. God shall help her just at the break of dawn. The nations raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. See, God can't be moved, and nothing he protects will be moved. Even if the whole world is against him, even if the earth is in turmoil, his throne is not moving or shaking. The power of his voice upholds everything, and he can melt the earth. He is the commander of the Lord's armies. Verse 8 says, come, behold the works of the Lord, who has made desolations in the earth. He makes wars cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and cuts the spear in two. He burns the chariot in fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. Judgments from God. ending war by judging righteously. Now, the Hebrew word being used here for be still, it means to let drop, to refrain, to cease. In other words, stop fighting. Stop doing all the things you're trying to do and let me handle it. Look to the Lord for help. Acknowledge His might. Be still. Stop it. Knock it off. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. God proves He is God by His mighty works. Let's look at a New Testament example. Mark 4:35-40. On the same day when evening had come, He said to them, "Let us cross over to the other side." And when they had left the multitude, they took Him along in the boat as He was. And other little boats were also with Him. And a great windstorm arose, and the waves beat into the boat, so that it was already filling. But He was in the stern, asleep on a pillow. And they awoke Him and said to Him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" Then He arose and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, "Peace, be still." And the wind ceased, and there was great calm. But He said to them, "Why are you so fearful? How is it that you have no faith?" And they feared exceedingly and said to one another, "Who can this be that even the wind and sea obey Him?" It's the same God of Psalm 46. Now here He says, "Peace, be still." This Greek word means to close the mouth with a muzzle, to stop the mouth, to make speechless, to reduce to silence. It sounds like Jesus was saying, "Shut up." Jesus is the same God of Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though its waters roar and be troubled. Why did Jesus tell the wind to be quiet? Why did He rebuke it? Well, I think the answer is in Mark 5. You just have to keep reading. The first two verses say, "Then they came to the other side of the sea, to the country of the Gadarenes. And when He had come out of the boat, immediately there met Him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit." And then Jesus will ask the demon, "What is your name?" And the demon will respond, "I am Legion, for we are many." It seems very likely that the forces of darkness were trying to prevent Jesus from getting across the Sea of Galilee. They knew He was God. They knew He alone had the power to set them free from the bonds of darkness. Jesus was walking around Galilee constantly telling the demonic world to be still and know that He was God, that He would be exalted among the nations. He would be exalted in all the earth. And that's something we should think about.